Hello, unicorns. Alright, look. I'm 52 years old, and I am not handling aging well. So I like to do a lot of big looks. Anything I can do to make myself look younger, more fun, more vibrant. Even if I don't look younger, more vibrant, more fun, more colorful. I'm just not aging gracefully. But sometimes you're in a hurry. You want a simple look for work. Maybe you're going to court. You just want something that's quick and easy. I can do that too. So, if you want to see what I can do with a single eyeshadow color, keep watching. Okay, so to speed things up, I've done my complexion, I've done my contour, I've done my blush, and I've done my highlighter. Now, I'm going to give you a little bonus at the end of this video to take it from work day appropriate to evening appropriate. And to prep you for that, you have two choices. You can use your highlighter on your eyes, or you can use the eye color that you use to illuminate your eyes as your highlighter. I chose the latter. So before we get into the actual eye look, let me show you the color that I chose. It's called Worship. It's this kind of orangey gold brilliant shade. I absolutely adore it. But it's from my P. Louise Wedding Wish XL palette. I love this palette. As neutrals go, this is my bridal dream. This is an amazing palette. It comes from the UK. It's a little on the pricey side, but it's what I'm using today, and it's what I use to highlight my face. So, as always, I'll list the other products I used in the description box below, but for my highlighter, I used the color Worship because we're going to bring that back in a little later. Okay, so what have I done? My complexion, my contour, my blush, my highlighter, and my eyebrows. No mascara, no eyeshadow looks, no lip looks, because we're going to show you how to take this from day to night. So let's start with a day look. One shadow, multi-dimensional. It can be done. So for this look, the one shadow look, I'm going to be using this kind of rosy brown. It's a chocolate brown called Romance in the P. Louise Wedding Wish XL palette. It's from their bridal series. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to start with a very, very fluffy brush. So let me go ahead and put the palette down and let's start. So I'm going to take a very fluffy brush. I don't know what brand this is. I couldn't even tell you. There's no numbers on it. And I'm going to take my little hand mirror, and hopefully I won't block you. And I'm going to dip into the color Romance. And I am going to really, really tap this off. And I'm holding the brush low. I want the lightest pressure possible. And I'm going to cover my whole lid up into the crease area. Now, I have slightly hooded eyes, so I'm going to make my own crease. And I'm just going to literally fill this in as light as I can. I really dusted off the shadow. I made sure there was very, very little. Anytime I redip, I'm going to tap the hell out of it and hold it very low. I want the lightest pressure on this possible. And I'm going to take this from lash to socket. So where that crease is, that's where I'm taking it, and I'm going as lightly as I can. Now when I feel like I've covered my whole lid, I'm going to dip back into the same color, and now I'm going to take that really a little heavier in the socket, still holding it low because I don't want it like really dark, but I'm going to take it a little heavier, a little more pressure, and I'm focusing this right on the socket. So you see how I'm creating depth? It's the same color. I haven't changed a shadow or anything, but I'm creating depth. I'm going to take this right up to my brow, and you can extend it out if you want a little bit more of a kind of winged look. You can extend it out more, but I'm really going to blur everything out with this. Now, I'm taking the same color, Romance, and I'm getting a more concentrated pencil brush. Now, you have two options here. You can spray it with your setting spray or some water now to get a little bit more in-depth, once you dip in, to get a little more in-depth color. Or you can use the brush itself to concentrate the look. And what dictates that? Do you want a wing liner with the same shadow? Then I would use this dry. Are you going to use a liner in your waterline or rely on your false lashes to create that kind of liner for you? Then wet this down. But since I'm going to do a wing liner with this color, I'm going to go with this soft. So, pencil brush, still holding low, dipping into the same color called Romance, and I am going to deepen the color in the corners. I'm going to tap less. I just want to tap enough to make sure I don't have a lot of fallout. I'm taking this right in the socket and into the lid. Now, like I said, I cheated a little bit because I used my translucent powder on my lid, but I'm not putting any additional color on there. So I'm going to take that wider brush that I used earlier and just soften this out a little bit on the edges. I'm not going in to here where I want it darker. Now, I'm going to take the smaller brush, dipping into the same color. I'm going to go a little closer on the end of my brush because I want this kind of intense under the eye. And I'm going to have more precision and a little bit of a harder press if I hold my brush closer to the ferrule. So we're going to take this under the eye. And if it's not dark enough, dip in, tap out once, and go in again, until you get the intensity that you want. Now, because I'm not changing color at all, I'm going to take the same brush that I used to apply the fluffy feathered out layer with no extra product, and I'm just going to use that underneath to feather out the color and make it a little softer. Again, it's the same color. I'm just softening the edges, making it a little blurrier, and directing it a little bit more where I want it to be. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye up to this point off camera, and then we'll come back. Hang tight. Okay. Because it is a simple look, I simply used mascara. I used my Lash Princess from Essence False Lash Effect mascara. I prefer the waterproof because it holds a curl better and it's waterproof. But I ran out, so I used this. Very good mascara, very affordable. If you haven't checked out Essence False Lash Effect, highly, highly encourage it. I don't have a lot of lashes, and it gives me something. So, let's go ahead and finish off with a lippy. And because this is a day look, I'm just going to finish off with a small nude gloss. Maybe go a little bit on the top. And there you have it. Now, Again, if you wanted to take it to the next level, you could use a nude eye pencil on your waterline or a dark brown eye pencil on your waterline, depending on how dramatic you wanted it for the day. I'm not using either because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to take this look from day to night using one eyeliner and one shadow. So I really hope you enjoyed this. It was a brief tutorial. You know, it just goes to show you don't need a lot of expensive products. You don't need a lot of products. You can do a lot with one shadow. I mean, it's one shadow. Does it look multi-dimensional to you? Maybe it's simple. Maybe it is neutral. And maybe that's not your thing. If color is your thing, that's okay. But I do think this looks multi-dimensional. Definitely looks like it's more than one color. Even if they're all in the same family, it has a gradient effect. What do you think? Do you like it? Would you wear it to work, to school? This is a great look for younger viewers. I know that I talk about makeup for the over 50s because I'm over 50. But honestly, if you are looking for something simple and easy to do for junior high and high school students, this is it, man. Simple, fast look. One color shadow, one mascara, no eyeliner, a little blush, a little contour, a little highlighter, and a little lip gloss. You're done. So, thank you so much for joining me, unicorns. I appreciate you watching. We got something interesting coming around the pike next time. But for now, I just wanted to show you this simple, easy to achieve look. Anybody can be glamorous, and it doesn't take a whole lot to get there.